Good day. This is Steve Lever from the ASD Middle School. At this time of year, every year, our students begin the process of selecting courses for the next year. Normally we hold a meeting in our theater, which is a live presentation where we do this presentation for families, and we allow parents the opportunity to ask questions. Last year, for the first time, we put out a screencast initially and allowed parents to view this same presentation in the comforts of their home or office whenever it was convenient to them, and that seemed to be very well received. So we'll follow that same format. We're releasing this presentation this week so that students and parents can view this in the coming week. On March 12th at 6:30 in the middle school presentation room, we will do the same presentation again live. And if you have questions, if watching the video is not satisfactory, you're certainly welcome to attend that live session on March 12th at 6:30 in the middle school presentation room. So our purpose is to give you information about our scheduling process, which takes place during the month of March. We've broken the presentation into two videos. The first video is the new information, all of the things that even our returning students would need to know about the coming year. The second video then focuses on kind of our overall program, and for those who are less familiar with what we do, you'll gain a better understanding of the overall program. For parents who have had students in our school, though, probably the first video will suffice for you. So in video one, we will look at where you can find scheduling information in the next month, what's new for the coming year, the timeline for the coming year, and then I'll introduce you to our counseling team. In the second video, we'll take viewers through the learning habits and values, which are very, very important in our school. We'll talk about the course subjects, our exploratory blocks, our electives, and then our world language offerings, and particularly math placement, which are important for you to consider kind of the future of where your child may be going. Probably the most important thing you need to know today is where do you find information regarding scheduling. Really, there's two places. The information is somewhat redundant, but you'll find more information in Sahifa than you will on the website, but really both of those places. First of all, Sahifa, there's a section that's specifically dedicated to scheduling, and if you scroll down from the top, you'll see that section on scheduling, and it'll be pretty important for the next month to follow timelines, and you'll find forms there, and you'll find links to these videos and other information that you'll need regarding scheduling. The second place that you can find some valuable information is on the ASD website. If you navigate to the website at asd.edu.qa, one of the tabs across the top is labeled On Campus, and from the On Campus tab you select the middle school, and then from the middle school on the left-hand column you'll see a link that's labeled Middle School Handbook and Program of Studies. It's the handbook for the current year and the program of studies for the coming year. So the program of studies really is something that you need to see the next year, whereas the handbook will remain the same for this year, and we'll put next year's handbook up in June. What's new for the coming year? Our timetable, our team structures, SWAT, the basic structure of the school will remain the same for the 2012-2013 school year. One exception to that is in 6th grade we'll be adding an 8th section of students. It's something that the school is considering expanding across the student body. We think that we can handle this in 6th grade, and so we're gearing up to add one additional section, which will make us a little bit larger in the 6th grade. We have 5 new electives that are being added for students. 4 of them are half-year courses, semester courses, and 1 of them is a full-year course. The first is Advanced Robotics. This is a follow-up to what we do in 6th grade in robotics. Our 6th grade students take a 9-week rotation course in robotics, and this is a follow-up to that, and it will stretch our students. Robotics is a very popular program in our school, so we're really excited to see this moving forward. In addition, in art, we're purchasing 2 new kilns for next year. We've been doing some ceramic work in art, but we've been limited in the work that we can do because we were sharing a kiln with the high school. So we're adding a ceramic kiln in the in the middle school art program. But in addition to that, we're adding a glass kiln, and so a new course is being introduced, the Art of Fused Glass. This is an elective, a semester-long elective class where they'll be working specifically with glass and the firing of glass in 7th and 8th grade. We're also adding a philosophy course. The philosophy will look at everything from the ancients to the various strands of philosophy. This is in keeping with the movement of our students up through our school in understanding philosophy, which it's kind of a thread that ends up in the IB program in the Theory of Knowledge course. A fourth semester course that we're introducing is The Amazing Brain. It's a course that focuses on brain science, how the brain functions, how the middle school brain functions, and it will be a whole series of activities and learning based on specifically brain function. So we're excited about this as well. Finally, we're excited to introduce for the first time here in this screencast that the middle school next year will have its very own yearbook. For the last 2 years, we've had middle school students working on the high school yearbook, taking a bit of a role in producing the middle school portion of the book. But for the 2012-2013 school year, we're actually going to split the 2 yearbooks. We're going to split the high school and the middle school into 2 yearbooks. And the middle school will be producing their own yearbook. Yearbook is a class for very highly dedicated and focused students who are interested in producing a product at a very high level. It's a course that we're selective on who gets put in. Students typically apply to yearbook and are selected by a committee. Scheduling timeline. You can see that almost all of the scheduling is going to take place during the month of March. We've just had our student-led conferences. This coming week we will hold a parent scheduling night where this very presentation will be given live. After that, following that, students will be given their course selection requests, their request sheets, and in which they fill out the requests that they are making for the coming year. We ask parents to verify those. Course selection sheets will be due back in SWAT by March 22nd. And then the following week, our counselors will cross-check all of those requests and make sure that there's no duplications or there's no mistakes on the part of the students. And then March 28th is when we will close off the course selection process. At that time, at March 28th, the only course requests that can be made are ones that receive administrative approval. The reason for this is our schedule is made specifically with the information that we collect from students. So the schedule is built based on what students actually request. We don't build the schedule first and then make the students fit into it. We take their requests and then we build the schedule based on those requests. So what often happens is parents come back in April or May or even June and they would like to change their request. What you need to know is the schedule has been built based on the requests. And so the only things that are approved after March 28th are things that actually help the schedule to run better. I'll give you an example of that. A really popular course, let's say middle school photography or outdoor education, those courses typically are full. And we max out all of the sections that we have and students still don't. There's always a few students who don't get middle school photography or outdoor education. So if a student came and said, I would really like to take Spanish B, and in order to do that I would like to drop outdoor education, that's an instance where it would probably help our schedule because chances are we have a seat in Spanish B and we need space in outdoor education. So that's the type of request that the principal would grant. But after March 28th, it's only by approval of the principal. I'd like to introduce you to our 2 counselors, Ms. Hammonds and Ms. Wegner. They are tremendous, best counselors in the world, I like to say. Here's their email addresses. If you should have any questions as a result of watching this video or as you work through this process or when you see the course selection sheets come home, please email the counselors, one of the counselors, and they will get back to you with a response. Thank you for viewing video 1. Coming up in video 2 will be an overview of middle school philosophy, middle school learning habits and values, and our middle school elective program. Thank you very much.